guys, it's Darlene and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about losing weight after menopause. And so what better place to film it than in my gym. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to say thank you so very much. If you are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any videos. Now it may echo in here, and also I have a lunatic dog and a lunatic cat that think when I'm in the gym that it's their playtime. Before we begin, let me just start by saying I am not a dietitian. I am not a personal trainer. This is my journey only. I'm sharing it with you. I've done keto for, well, it used to just be called low carb, or Atkins, if I go that far back. Been doing that for the last 25 years, off and on. I've also been a gym rat in my day, where I would work out in a gym 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. Yes, that was me at one point. I have had a personal trainer for many years. Not now, but at a certain time in my life, I had a personal trainer for many years. A little bit about my backstory, just for those of you that are new here, so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. But basically, I'm 55 years old. Again, thyroid cancer, so I have no thyroid. Parathyroid glands were damaged, so I have no parathyroid glands. You're probably like, well, parathyroid glands regulate your calcium, so I have a calcium deficiency, a magnesium deficiency, a kidney disorder, and I had breast cancer in 2019. Woo! But I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. So that's my background, and I am 5'5" almost. I've always been a fairly petite person, genetically speaking. I didn't really start gaining weight until I had my third child. So I have 3 children. After I had my first 2, popped them out. I was 18 with my first one. I was in my late 20s with my second one, and I just popped right back. And I've always been, back then I hate to give anyone pounds how much I weigh. Not because I'm embarrassed by that, but I don't want that to be what we're concentrating on. But being that I am very open and honest, I weigh between 118 and 122 pounds. Can't fathom weighing that now. That would never be my goal now, ever. That is too thin. I was too thin. I wore a size 0 back then. I wouldn't want that. I like my curves. And I was much smaller breasted. No, I did not have breast implants. Every child I had, I just kept going. I started out as like an A cup, went to a B cup with the first, a C cup with the second, and a double D with the third. So it was kind of funny. I didn't need no breast implants. I just kept having children. So by my third child, I had pretty big boobs. Now I am I'm a size D. Well, on this side, and then on this side, we try and match it up. I went through menopause earlier because I had my thyroid removed, so it sort of pushed me into menopause. 40, when I had my third child, Matthew, that's when things were changed a little bit. I gained a ton of weight. When I was pregnant with him, I started out about 130 pounds, and I went up to 195 pounds. Then I decided, well, I need to get back to my normal weight that makes me happy, and that's what it's about. It's what weight makes you happy, what makes you healthy, happy. So I went on low carb, keto, boom, bam, lost the weight. That was in my 40s. Then I went through thyroid cancer, and then things changed because I lost my metabolism went from, because I was getting older, to basically non-existent. So now we're in my 50s, 55 to be exact. And I have struggled desperately. I think So last year, around this time, I think you and I started this journey about doing low carb, about intermittent fasting, and what I came to find out, and then I started, I bought a house, sold a house, moved across the country. I mean, a lot of stuff happened, so that had to be pushed back. And so I started it up again, and what I came to the realization was that the things that worked in the 40s, in my 30s and 40s, because I had been doing keto for a very long time. It's like, wow, that just doesn't work. I can't just eat keto and then lose the weight. It doesn't happen. Let me also say, I do work out in my home gym, and my home gym is nothing exciting. I have a Bowflex. I'm in front of the treadmill, so I have a treadmill, Bowflex, free weights, bands, things like that. We just purchased that bench there. So I went on this journey since then moving here, and realized that when you've gone through everything that I have, and I had breast cancer, for those of you that don't, I had breast cancer in 2019. So all of those things contribute to the things that I could do in my 30s and 40s. No, I mean, I couldn't just do them. So what have I been doing, and where did I start? Right? Because if you look back at videos previously last year, I think I started at 167, and I got to, I want to say 153, I want to say. And then by the time I moved back up here, I'll put the weight here because I wasn't doing anything. I mean, I was just eating whatever crap. Well, I didn't have a kitchen for 3 months, so we were just eating, whatever. Okay, so the first thing I did was food. I had to go back on a lower carb or keto, whatever you want to call it. So I started Factor 75. For those of you that didn't see the video, I will list in the description box. I did a week of trying this food. I wanted to see what it would taste like. I did a previous videos on all of those, Sunbasket, HelloFresh, all of those, and to see which, those were ones that you would prepare, right? You get fresh ingredients and then you make it, and I did all of that. Factor 75 is different because it's already done for you, and so I was like, I'm gonna hate this. Like I went in there with the worst attitude, so I don't like pre-made food. Pleasantly surprised. Again, I'll list that video. So I will say that I was pleasantly surprised. I like that it has everything you need, and it still allows you, the total carbs on those meals range from as low as 6 to as high as, I think, 10. I don't think anything went above 10, which is phenomenal, because then, you want to stay under 20 for those first couple weeks, and then maybe longer. It just depends. Everybody's different. I'm not advocating anybody do anything. I'm only talking about me and my journey. And so that allowed me to have other things. When I did this Factor 75 the first time around, it was great. It worked. I think I lost maybe 3 pounds that first week. Okay, pretty typical for me now. I used to be able to lose at least double that, sometimes even more, when I first started keto. That doesn't happen anymore. My metabolism is very slow, and things are different. So intermittent fasting is something that I also had to add in. I added it in last year, but I had to re-add it in. And that intermittent fasting just means that you give your body time to rest. It really does. So you just go for a longer period of time without eating food, which allows all the organs of the body to actually rest and heal and help you lose weight. And so for me, that was easy because I'm not a breakfast person. I don't like breakfast. To eat at noon or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that is easy. So you just have a window, and you can choose whatever you want. If you go, if you want to do an 18 and 6, you want to do a 20 and 4. Typically, do typically I'll have my first meal, like I don't even know. Alexa, what time is it? It's 11:30.
It's 11:34 a.m.
Yeah, it's 11:30. I probably won't have my first meal till 12:30, 1 o'clock. I will eat, and I try not to eat past 5 o'clock. That is the big thing. Not only do I have to intermittent fast, but I also cannot eat after a certain amount of time. I've proven this to myself a million times. If I eat after 6 o'clock, I will gain weight the next day. It doesn't even matter that it's low carb. It's just for me, my body just, for whatever reason, I don't know, can't explain it. Just know that it's a fact. I've tried it a million different ways, a million different times, and like 6 o'clock is pretty much my cutoff. Then let's talk about working out. Okay, this is a little hard because my body has been through a lot. It will never, ever, ever be 100%. I realize that. The doctors have told me that. I know this. I have joint pain. Sometimes I can go, and other times it's like, no, you're done. You hit a wall, and there are times I can't be in this gym. And then there's times I can be in this gym 4 or 5 days a week. So I take advantage of the days that I can be in it, and I try not to beat myself up on the days that I cannot. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, Monday I couldn't be in the gym. Tuesday I came in the gym and I literally was walking at like a 2.5. But I walked for an hour and 20 minutes. So I was like, whatever, you did it. You walked an hour and 20 minutes. Fine, do what you can do. And that's what I do. I'll try and do a few arm exercises, if I'm not feeling just 100%. And then on the days that I am, I'll do a full body workout, or a full upper body or a lower body, depending on what I'm trying to do. It is very slow going. So this is where I started weight-wise. This is where I currently am, and I sometimes complain to my daughter. I'm like, what I have to do to get to that point is just so crazy to me that we have to work this hard. The whole purpose of this video was talking about what I've been doing and the fact that this is what I've had to do in order to lose this weight right here. And I've got, my goal is personal to me. I hesitate to give numbers out. I really do. I don't like that because I don't want anyone sitting there saying, oh, I should be. My weight is always, my measurements are always in the description box because I do fashion, right? So I want you guys to be able to say, oh, okay, she's wearing a size 6. These are her measurements, to be helpful. In talking about a video regarding health and weight, that's different because I do not want anyone to say, oh, I need to weigh this or that, or this is what Darlene weighs, I need to weigh that. No. And so I hesitate to tell you what my goal is. My goal truly is to be healthy. My goal, and here's the thing, because sometimes I do beat myself up. I'm not perfect. Like I have days where I'm like, and then my daughter will be like, Mom, didn't you just say that your clothes are fitting like so much better and you went to this, shorts that you weren't wearing before? And I'll be like, yes. Final thoughts on this. Well, it really sucks that as we get older, we have to work harder. It should be the opposite. The older we get, the less harder we have to work. But unfortunately, that's just not the way that it works out, right? I have to work harder, personally, me. I don't know about anybody else. But this is a big but. I'm going to be in the gym because I want to be in the gym and I want to be healthy. I am not forcing myself to be in the gym because I want to be a size 2. I am not forcing myself to be in the gym because I want to weigh 122 pounds again. No. So that's with regard to exercise. With regard to intermittent fasting, I just know I feel better. I also know that if I put carbs into my body on a daily basis, I will feel like crap. It's just the way I'm built. Just like some people are gluten intolerant or dairy intolerant, I am carb intolerant. My body doesn't like them. That doesn't mean that I can't have them on occasion. Of course I can. It's just, let's not shove 100 grams of carbs a day. That is, my body will say no, no, no. I also know that my body needs more time to recuperate, hence intermittent fasting. I also know, and I didn't mention this, for me, I have very bad gastritis. Horrible, in fact, to the point where it caused gastroparesis, which is a slowing of the stomach. So my food, when it gets to that point, takes longer to digest than a normal person. It is not a good thing to have. So when my gastritis is really bad, what I realize is sometimes I get lazy and say, oh, I don't need apple cider in my water anymore. And then 4 or 5 days will go by and I will be in such pain and agony with my gastritis. I can't take in a deep breath. I mean, it's just horrible. So I know I need a little bit of apple cider vinegar in my water. Now, why? I'm going to give you the simple answer to this. Starting out, I would take a bottle of water, or, you know, if you're a better person than I am, you don't drink out of plastic bottles, I know. Get rid of some of it, you know, drink it, and then put one little cap, boop, right in there. Apple cider vinegar, do an organic. Bragg's is the best. It's great. It's an unfiltered. And then shake it up, and then maybe 30 minutes prior to you eating a meal, drink some water. You don't have to drink the whole thing, but drink, you know, half of it or something. And what does it do? Okay. So the idea is that when we eat food, we produce gastric juices to break down that food. Okay. So by drinking the apple cider vinegar, which is an acid, it is telling your body, I already have acid. I don't need as much, or I don't need any. And so it's sort of a natural way of helping your body still digest the food, because it still needs to be digested, and yet help with gastritis. Anyways, it works for me. It has worked for so many people that have tried it. So this is a must for me with my gut health, because as I've aged, my gut health is terrible. Talk about supplements, protein powder, stuff like that. Do you know how many times companies have reached out to me to try protein powders or supplements, and I say no to every single one of them? Here's the thing. This is me personally, okay? I want to get my nutrients from food. However, I do take two, I'm going to call them supplements. One is definitely a supplement. It's magnesium. If you do the research, most women are deficient in magnesium, and as we age, we become even more deficient in magnesium. Magnesium helps you sleep. So, but here's a really important thing. Do your research. Try not to go to CVS or Walgreens and buy your magnesium off the shelf. One, the amount that you're getting is minuscule, and number two, it's gonna wreck your stomach. Because the other thing magnesium does is keep you regular, which is good. But, so I use magnesium glyconate. I actually get it from my doctor. It's not a prescription. I just order it from her. I will put the information in the description box. She mails it. She's all the way back in Texas. She just mails it to me. It's great. My husband suffers from restless leg syndrome. I give it to him at night. He doesn't suffer from it anymore. I have to take a little more than the normal person just because I have a magnesium deficiency. So for me, my body thinks I have enough magnesium, but I don't. And so that has caused the kidney problem. So anyways, I take a little bit more than the average person, but magnesium is very, very, very important. Try and find magnesium. It absorbs easier. More of it is absorbed, and then there aren't those gastro problems that other magnesiums can cause. The other thing I take is Rolaids. Okay, why? Because it has calcium in it. I cannot regulate calcium at all. I go ahead and do calcium. And so I get it through Rolaids. Why? Rolaids not only has calcium, but it also has magnesium. So these two. If you are taking calcium, calcium pulls magnesium. So be very careful about if you are taking calcium, then you definitely need magnesium. The other thing I do is I do take a prescription vitamin D as well. Vitamin D helps absorb calcium. They all work together. So those are what I take. I don't take any other supplements. I'm not a pill person. I have to take the medications I have to keep me here on this earth and in health. I'm just not big on that because I'm allergic to a lot of things. All right, guys, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you some information. This is where I'm at. This is my journey. And maybe in a year we'll do it again and we'll see where we're at. And hopefully it gets better. Easier. It's not. It's going to get harder. Of course it is. But that's all right. We're strong, right? We're strong women. And we're going to do the best we can do, and we're not going to compare ourselves to anybody else. All right, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.